Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. Are you guys enjoying your weekend? Hopefully you have a nice, relaxing, long weekend as it's Labor Day weekend. So it's Sunday, and for me, what I've been doing for the last few weeks on Sunday is really bringing forth what project or sometimes projects have consumed me the most during the week. And normally they're what I would consider like a mindful knitting or mindful crocheting or something that I've made that conscious decision to kind of push everything else to the side, and I'm going to work on that thing because it brings me joy. You know, there you go. It just brings me joy. And sometimes the projects make sense, and other times it's I just get a harebrained idea and I go with it. That's all there is to it. But you know what? It's our crafting, and our crafting life should be fun, should be joyful, should just make our hearts feel amazing. That's all there is to it. And if it's not, grab something else until it works, right? Because it just should. You have rules in your life. You have rules with jobs and family and kids and this and that and stressors and whatever. This, our yarny world, should not be the stressor. This is the relaxing. This is the joyful. Can we guess what project I worked on the most this week and just really called to me? I'll give you a hint. It's a blanket. Does it help any? Does it help? Can you figure it out? Who guessed the cat's meow? Yeah, this thing. Yeah, it wasn't it. No. I have been watching other videos, and like Laura from Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming, she finished hers. She finished hers a couple days early. Mine is still headless. Yes, I did work on a blanket. It was not this one. So I'm behind by a head. Yeah, I'm a full head behind. I have to get that done. I can't leave it like that. I just can't. But another blanket, you know, like shiny, ooh, shiny, pretty, must go follow. Yeah, another blanket took its place and was like, ooh, shiny, I must do this. Yeah, more of a hint, more of a clue, right? Oh yeah, it is my trip around the world blanket that I am making, and I will be donating to Camp Boggy Creek. Look at this. Look at this. So that's crocheted. Trip around the world. Isn't that beautiful? It's a traditional quilt pattern in crochet. I will be doing a tutorial for this. I haven't yet, but I will do a tutorial. I have been asked, and you know, there's interest, so okay, I will do that. It is not done yet, right? So you can see right here, it's not quite. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 squares, 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, and then that corner will be done. And it's the same all the way around. So I did finish the gold. I'm not sure what color I'm going to do next. I don't know. So far, I've not repeated a color. That's not to say I can't, but I haven't. And this will fit well within the size parameters for Camp Boggy Creek, which is 35 to 40 inches wide and 40 to 50 inches long. And if you look at it, so here I've got the red goes to the very top. So that is the length of it, and on the width it's just the orange, right? And if I wanted to, depending on the size of my squares, if I wanted it to go more, I would just do the same thing. You can see where that red right here started here, and I didn't put one on the end, and I added more up here. You know, that's how you can change it. As opposed to being just a square, you can change it to being that rectangle shape and however you want that to be. So really enjoyed this project. You know what else I found? I looked at it, it's like, wait a minute, how many squares are in this? Because I'm not cutting after each square, I'm cutting after each color. So I've not woven in my ends, so you can see that is nowhere near the amount of ends that you would expect if you were making individual squares and sewing them together. So that is one of the benefits of doing a trip around the world pattern like this. And I've calculated, and I think it's 13 by 15, 13 squares by 15 squares, you know, to fit in that sweet spot for the size that's required for Camp Boggy Creek. And what is that? 195 squares. That's a lot of squares. And I don't have 195 squares worth of ends. And you know what's another thing that I find very interesting and funny? I'm glad I didn't know that it was 195 squares, because I didn't do the math. I didn't care. I'm just doing the rounds, right? I'm just grabbing a color and going around in circles. And I think it's pretty nice. I like the color choice. I think this is pretty cool. What was I going to do on this? I don't remember. I don't remember what, I don't know. I'll go down and look at my Big Twist colors and just see what goes next, right? And put that there. The nice thing, and I'll explain this when I do the tutorial, the nice thing about this pattern is each square is an odd number. So I have single crochets and chains for 9 stitches and doing 9 rows, right? But you could easily do that with taking some off and everything and doing 7 stitches and 7 rows, and it'll make your square about like that, right? It'll be just a little bit smaller, and you can add more colors to your blanket. Yeah, it'll be a little bit annoying at that beginning few rounds because you'll be done with the round quicker, and then obviously you have more ends. But I mean, you see this, you see that. That's, you get into those later rounds, you don't have, you're going to be working for a long time before you cut your yarn. You really are. And that is just absolutely okay. So those that have seen this before, you know, my mom did a lot of quilting. She would quilt, hand sewing her quilts and crochet. That's the thing that when I grew up and left home that I missed the absolute most, was just sitting at the kitchen table with mom and working on crafts. And my mom was legally blind, but with the color choices and everything else that she did, you wouldn't know it. She was amazing. There's no doubt about it. And everything was hand sewn. And like I said, the trip around the world, this pattern is a very traditional quilt pattern. And I've got some of her quilts still that use this pattern. So for me making this one and crocheting, this is, you know, like a, thanks mom. Thanks for teaching me everything you taught me. Thanks for helping me out and becoming the person that I am. And my mom's name is Joy. This blanket, making this, is bringing me a lot of joy, and knowing that I'm going to be donating this for Camp Boggy Creek. I don't know, if I feel all froggy, I might make more than one. I've got lots of ideas. I probably have to do another one anyway, or at least the beginning of something, so then I can do that tutorial. It's not done yet. So I can do the tutorial and actually explain through the parts and the pieces and what's going on. Yeah, I just think that this, somebody's going to be wrapped in it, and it's going to bring them joy, right? You know, and it'll be a hug from me and my mom. That's the way I look at it. So having fun, this is the one. Push the cat out of the way, and I think it's because of the pattern, 100%. Not because I'm making it, but because of what it represents, that the poor little cat blanket has just been pushed to the side and added to my growing mountain. Oh my gosh, I have a mountain of projects. I have to clean my room. It's a long weekend. I probably should. I should pull the things off my shelves and reorganize them and stuff like that, but that sounds like work. And did we just discuss kind of at the beginning of this video that our crafting is not work? Our crafting is enjoyment and relaxing and creating, because we have enough work in our life doing, you know, work, right? You know, we don't need to make this work, but it's getting to the tipping point where I'm like, yeah, I need to clean my room. Well, that, and I've been called out, and you know who you are. Don't be looking. It's okay. But you know who you are. And I found it funny. I did. I found it very funny. It was done very tongue-in-cheek, very, very good-natured. But I've been called out, and then I'm looking around going, well, can you guys see that's so horrible? What? And I'm looking. I'm like, wait, it's fine. It's okay. And then my husband laughed, because of course I tell him everything, and then he laughed at me. And he's like, ha ha, you need to clean your room. Like, you're not the boss of me. I don't have to clean my room. I can still, it's like a hoarder's paradise in here. I'm not gonna lie. It's a yarn hoarder's paradise. It's just, yeah. That's okay. I'm having fun, and I'm still being creative, and I am still touching all the yarn, and my heart is lifted, and you know, my heart wasn't heavy, but you know what I'm getting at, right? It's just like, how can you touch your yarn and go like this and not feel happy? How can you, you know, even on those days where you're sick, you know, because sometimes we get sick. It just happens, right? And I call them like a no crafting sick day. Those are the worst, right? You know, you're homesick. You took a day off because you're homesick and you can't actually craft. I'm like, oh, what a waste of a good, beautiful sick day. But those types of days, then you can still snuggle it. You can still go like this and just snuggle it. And you know, those people who like that big fluffy yarn, you can just use one of those as a pillow. Right? You don't even have to make it in anything. You can just snuggle up with it like this and go good enough and fall asleep and have good, sweet, yarny dreams. See, there you go. Follow for more advice, right? I got you. I got you covered. Yeah, so this is what has, as you can see, consumed me the most. And I am so thrilled. I am just absolutely thrilled with the colors, the selection, the edging, the everything about this thing. It is amazing. Yep. And I'm not keeping it. No, I'm not. It's going to go off to the kids. And it is about time I finish this one. Well, I have to finish it, right? I finished this one and I've got 2 that I've got ready to go. I've got 2 more that I'd like to put some embellishments on. I have one, these are all Camp Buggy Creep blankets, by the way. I have one that needs surgery and I need to finish it. It does need surgery. It does. And then I need to finish it. So I need to either need to do surgery on it or I need to just rip out like a lot, because I made a mistake, because it happens. Yeah, so I've got that going on, but we're getting there. So it's already, is this already September? Yeah, it's September. Oh, holy cow, right? And they'll be going and delivering blankets in February. I want to get all of my stuff down to them before January, and I'd like to do it in more than one box. I don't want to just wait till the very end. I have stuff that's ready to go now. Maybe wait till this one. I don't know, but I have stuff that's ready to go now. I'm not holding on to it. Just send it off, right? And yeah, just there you go. Just one less thing that I have in my room. I would count it as cleaning my room. I would. Yep, mailing off a package, 100%. I clean my room. I mailed a package. Life is good. I think I'm gonna have to do that. I think that's my goal. Yeah. All right. Well, everyone, I've had fun talking with you. I hope you have had fun talking with me. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go for today. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be, and I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.